Hey dudes, what it is? What happening? ¿Qué pasa? This is Beatles Eternally, and this is just going to be a little video telling you about some future plans for the channel, what I'm going to be doing. Pardon me, I've picked up some new subscribers. Thanks a lot, guys. Yeah, just to let you know what I'm going to be doing now in the future. Um, Certainly not when I'm going to have a shower or anything like that, because you don't care. I will tell you, though, that I'm returning to America. It's been a long time since I've been there, so it's time to come home. Yeah. So yeah, that voice sneaks in. It will sneak in at times. Not for baseball games usually. Anyhow, a little bit about me. Yeah, I am of the male gender, Orthodox Christian, Orthodox Catholic. So that means we don't listen to the Pope. You might know us as Greek Orthodox, or Russian Orthodox, or Romanian Orthodox, but we're all the same. And all our bishops look like they should belong in ZZ Top. My favorite beer is Guinness. I am looking for a gaming loving woman that will be my sugar mama, and I will give her lots of love in exchange for games. There's Hannes Wagner choosing his weapon and wondering, what the hell am I talking about? Well, Hannes, I will tell you, Hannes is my all-time favorite Major League Baseball player. And I qualify Major League because we cannot forget the Negro Leagues, right? Not fair. So yeah, then if we get into that, we're talking Cool Papa Bell, and we're talking John Henry Pop Lloyd, and all those great players. But yeah, the Flying Dutchman is my favorite Major League Baseball player of all time. And yeah, so what's happening with the channel? Well, let's go back into retrograde motion, and we're going to talk about baseball, which at the moment is dominating the channel. To me, as far as other sports go, I like boxing. I like it. But I mean real boxing, not mixed martial arts crap or any of that other stuff, or kickboxing. I'm talking about Muhammad Ali, Rocky Marciano, that kind of boxing. By the way, Rocky Marciano's actual dream in his life was to be a Major League Baseball player, not a boxer. Rocky could hit a ton, but he just couldn't hit for average, lousy fielder. So much to the chagrin of all the people he murdered in the ring, figuratively speaking, he's only ever killed one fighter. Yeah. So I like boxing. If I'm really desperate, I'll watch a hockey game, and the only reason that is because hockey is a defensive game. But I don't know Bobby Orr from Iron Ore, right? So to me, really, baseball is the only sport, right? Think about it. It's cool. It's the only sport. No clock. The defense has the ball. Yeah, it's great. So we're going to talk about that first and what I'm doing on the channel. Right now, I have a couple projects going, major projects. In Action PC Baseball, I'm doing a replay of the 1902 season. Yes, you heard me right. 1902. Dude, that's like 3 years older than I am. Huh? Yeah. Can you believe it? So I'm doing that, and I'm managing. Some may say I'm taking the easy way out, but actually it's a tight pennant race. But I am managing the 1902 Pittsburgh Pirates. And what's really cool about that season and about that team, Wagner, and this is why I have his picture up too, not only because he's my favorite. There's some idiot on Facebook that tried to argue that Wagner was at best just an average shortstop of his time. Oh, now we all know, right? Offense. Wagner batting titles, stolen bases, triples out the wazoo. But what this and the Facebook group is called the Cooperstown Debating Society. So get on there, give some honest love, huh? Give him some love, right? I'm Joe McGregor. That's my real name, guys. You can look me up. Friend me. I'm lonely. Okay? You can get to see my artwork too. I'm an artist and stuff. Anyhow, okay, enough shameless self-promotion. Right, so they're, oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Wagner played 8 of 9 defensive positions. I think the only thing he never did was catch. Nah, he wasn't much of a pitcher, certainly. But as his contemporary Tommy Leach said, Hannes was the best first baseman in the league, second, short, third, outfield, right? John McGraw considered Hannes Wagner the greatest baseball player of all time. Of course, John died just 2 years after he retired from managing the Giants. But John McGraw knew his baseball, right? He saw all the greats of the 19th century. He saw all the greats, including Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig and these guys, right? Still considered Wagner the greatest. So many, many players, so many managers, executives. You look at Bill James, if you have love for Bill James. I'm very ambivalent about Bill James. Bill James calls him one of the greatest. Hannes Wagner ranks second only to Ty Cobb for percentage of votes in the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum, which still doesn't have Shoeless Joe Jackson in there. The wankers. So, I hope that doesn't get me banned from YouTube. Actually, YouTube, just so you know, I am not using that in the British or Irish sense, even though I'm half Irish. So that is just the speaking of my people, but rather it's an ancient Kazakhstan word which means breeder of yaks. So you can look it up, right? Right? So these breeders of yaks, right? Yeah. So go on there. Cooperstown Debating Society. It's a joke to call Hannes Wagner an average defensive player. Come on, give me a break. That's like saying the Beatles might make it big with 1 or 2 hits. Crapola. In other baseball news, and Out of the Park Baseball 19, I am doing for it's a sort of modern all-time greats team. So I chose 16 teams, and yes, there are a few franchises I left out. One of them would be my favorite American League team, the Detroit Tigers. I didn't purposely leave them out. I just pulled 16 teams, and so I decided, yeah, you know what? I'm going to put the Kansas City Royals in. So maybe I do another round. I'm going to put the Tigers in, and it'll probably be either the 68 or the 84 Tigers, leaning towards 68. Those of you who know me know that I'm a dead ball baseball kind of guy, an early baseball. So 19th century into the 1940s. That's really, the era that I study as a student of the history of the greatest game ever invented. So that one's going along really well. I have to say the views have been pretty nice. I've been getting some pretty nice comments and stuff like that. Maybe some more likes would be cool, just to give me just a sense of again, am I doing all right? Some comments. I'm getting some good comments. The support from the community is great, and I even have some dudes in from the No Man's Sky community, and I'm going to get into that next. Because of my current situation, both domestically and whatever, I don't have a second screen upon which to do live streams, except for anything from PS4. So I've done one stream, I think, of No Man's Sky. So there will be more of those because I can stream on PlayStation and I can see chat on there. However, for any PC game, if it's a full screen application, I can't see comments, so I tend to record those. So I did a couple videos on a great game on Steam. It's similar to Slay the Spire. It's called Blood Card. It's fun. It's really fun. It's a deck builder game. One of the things that makes it very, very unique is the fact that your cards, right, in your draw deck, they are also your health. So if you run out of cards, you run out of life. So there's another strategic level. Just to clarify really quickly, a deck builder is not a game like Magic the Gathering, which I'm going to segue to in a few minutes. It's not like that. It's not a living card game like Game of Thrones or Lord of the Rings. Rather, these games started with a game called Dominion. And as you play your game, right, in games like Dominion, in games like Thunderstone, you are actually building your deck as you play. So you start out weak, and the idea is you get stronger and you punch all the evil things in the face. So Blood Card is really, it's an early access, but they are constantly updating it. So I'll probably be doing some more Blood Card. I keep getting my butt kicked, but I had and I'm sorry I don't have your name up right now because I'm not looking at my channel. I believe his name's Anton. He told me that my mic sucks, and yeah, you're right. I'm working on a laptop. That's another thing. I hopefully will be picking up a nice, sexy either gaming desktop or gaming laptop. Not sure which way I'm going to go, but that has to wait for another month or two. And a mic, and then you'll actually get to hear what I sound like both as an American and, of course, as an Irishman, which is even more important. I haven't decided, because I grew up a lot of years in America. That's why I sound very American as well. And even when I'm speaking in the regular voice, the American kind of sort of sneaks in there, if you will, because just so many years there. I do baseball games as in my American, right? And I hate to say American. There's no such thing as one thing as an American accent, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, right? Drink another coffee or beer or soda or juice while you're listening to me pontificate, okay? Because we're only 11 minutes in, and I got stuff I gotta say, boys and girls. I don't get in. Al gets all the girls in his streams, man. I don't get any women. Dude, I'm a rock musician, and I'm a sleight of hand magician guy, and I'm a graphic artist, and your moms would love me. So please, some women, come in. Please, please, please. I beg you. Well, I don't beg you, but you know what I'm saying. Come to the Beatles eternally side, because I have cookies. I have cookies. Now I'm taking a sip of ginger ale, not ginger beer. Ginger beer is for at night. Thank you. Okay, so what the hell was I talking about? Yes, games. So another one that I stream and I can watch comments for. I've never live streamed. I love Magic the Gathering. Yes, I'm a geek, including being a rock musician, sleight of hand magician, graphic artist, and actually an ordained reader in the Orthodox Catholic Church, who still holds on to wicked beliefs. I'm weird. I got long hair. I have 2 dogs that I have to leave in a week. I'm gonna miss them so much. But I'm probably going to do, and I don't care if nobody likes it, too bad. I'm going to be doing some games of Magic the Gathering using 2. Well, one is an open source project. Actually, there's 3 of them, but one is an open source project. It's called Forge. It allows you to play with every Magic card, or all but 100 of them, which are weird cards anyhow. Who would want to play them, right? You can create decks. You can do all kinds of insane things. Magic the Gathering has been ranked up there with chess as one of the greatest tactical strategic games of all time. It's fairly easy to learn. It's impossible to master. The possibilities of play in Magic the Gathering, if you just would only use 2 decks, the whole universe would be destroyed, and you would still never see every possible game of Magic. So I'm going to do some fun stuff with Forge, doing things like random matches where I don't know my deck or the opponent's deck. All I know is, I'm going to pick random green and maybe random black or whatever. I might do a gauntlet. I might do some quest mode stuff. I want to turn people on to the game. It's very cool. Another one is called Mana Link 3.0. It's a continuing development of the Microprose game from the late 90s, early 2000s, Magic the Gathering. However, that game, when it was originally released, had like 400 and some cards with an expansion. It went up to 700. Mana Link has something like 16,000 cards. Really nice deck builder, all kinds of fun things, other game modes that you won't find in Magic the Gathering. One called Spat, which I'll probably do Spat. So for anybody that is going to be watching the Magic the Gathering stuff, I'm going to assume you know how to play the game because I did do one sort of instructional video on Magic the Gathering, but Magic the Gathering community is extremely competitive. I doubt I'll get many views, but I know that a lot of us in the community that I know here, both in No Man's Sky and in the sports gaming community here on YouTube, we are also gamers. Witness Al Red Sox fan who destroys pottery in games, and if he sees it on streets, he destroys it. He doesn't care. Nothing is safe, folks. Guard your pottery if you ever invite Al Red Sox fan to your home, right? The other one is Magarena, and another open source project. It is Magic the Gathering, but it also isn't Magic the Gathering. The artificial intelligence in Magarena is insane. You really feel like you're playing against a human. It is calculating. And you can adjust it. Thank God. So far on the Magarena boards, there's nobody that's ever has ever won a game, right? Consistently or won games consistently against the AI at the highest level. It's tough. So if you watch, and it's free, all these programs are free, so there's no violation there. They're not making any money off of it. If you do play Magarena, which I've never streamed or recorded yet, do adjust the AI. If you go in there thinking, dude, I could kick Bobby Fischer's butt blindfolded and in a different county, you're going to get your posterior handed to you. So that's going to be upcoming. What else? I'm an astronomy geek, astrophysics, cosmology, right? Both as an artist and as an amateur astronomer. So I'm doing a series on Space Engine. The last one we were dealing with distance. Because when we look at our universe, we look up at the night sky, we're seeing it in 2 dimensions, right? On a computer screen, we're seeing it in 2 dimensions, so we don't get a sense of scale, right? So my buddy Greg J., who is an astronomer, archaeologist, an expert in mythology and everything, he does a lot of astronomy work and also work on mythology and things like that. Greg far more qualified to talk about that, and I was so honored that Greg came into one of my recent baseball streams because he's a baseball fanatic, as I am. He's a Tigers fan. So next time I do one of these, Greg, I'll have Takab up there for you. Although your favorite player, I think, is Babe Ruth, because you just did a great tribute to Ruth. So, yeah, do something for Greg for coming in. Maybe the next one, some Red Sox for Al and Clinton and Eric and all you Red Sox wackos out there. So, so with Space Engine, the last one had to do with distance. And, basically we flew out of the Milky Way, but most of that video stayed just within our solar system to get a sense of scale. And we're doing a lot more with Space Engine, including some planet editing things that I've done. I have a new subscriber to my channel who is a Space Engine junkie, and watching his video on editing planets. I knew how to edit planets before, but he's come up with some really, really neat ideas I hadn't thought of. So we'll talk about that. Space Engine is immense. As a graphic artist and as an astronomer, I love to play with infinity. So that means whatever. If it's infinity, dude, I'm there. If it's a game that has infinite levels, procedurally generated stuff, which is why I love No Man's Sky, I'm there. It's got to be huge. It's got to be never ending, because I don't have a life. I don't have a mama, a sugar mama. I don't have me a babe. I don't have me a nice woman, yes, that will put up with my craziness, Yeah, I don't have that. I don't. I mean, my mom puts up with me, doesn't she? But that's her job. What is it they say? That home is the place where they gotta wash your underwear. Okay, so that's going on. Space Engine, observable universe, and more. You could never ever. It's impossible. You cannot see, nor could you even see every planet in No Man's Sky. You cannot. You couldn't. You can't. I don't care. What else? Yeah, I have some games coming up. I just bought one on Steam, and let me bring up my Steam because I got I got games on Steam, just like the rest of you guys, right? So I just picked up one that's really cool, and it's called Super Dungeon Tactics. I only have 16 minutes of it, so I'm probably going to do a recording of that. So learn with me. It's a lot of fun. It's kind of very cartoony looking, but it is super deep, super deep dungeon or RPG. It's really cool. It's got a little bit of anime elements in terms of just the character graphics, but it's definitely firmly rooted in Western RPG. It's got a lot of fun cultural references, but the combat system is deep. It's unique. I don't think I've ever played a game like this with it has so many just insane choices. So that's going to be coming up. Some other games that I want to stream as well from Steam. Maybe some gems that you guys might have overlooked. Some tower defense games, things like that. Since I have no money, I once again this year won't be able to take advantage of the Steam Winter Sale. So I will have to just do whatever. What else is coming up on the channel? Once I get another PC and a camera, I am going to start doing live Magic sleight of hand performances. I'll tell you up front though, I will be disabling DVR because I want it to feel like a live performance. So you'll get to see that. But I'm disabling DVR because I'm not coming on here to give away what I do. So, but I do hope that you'll enjoy that. I'm going to be posting some of my original music and artwork up here once I get better with OBS and know how to do all the sexy fades and transitions and all that stuff that make the chicks go, "Oh, you so sexy, baby." So, yeah, that's that going on here. What else am I going to do? What else am I going to do? Brexit, right? Well, of course, my sympathies are always with Northern Ireland. So, I'll probably make a couple sort of political commentaries on there as Brexit nears. I want to see Northern Ireland return to Ireland. So anybody who has any interest in Irish slash Celtic history, I want to do a few things about that and talking about why the British need to leave Northern Ireland, what Brexit could mean for Ireland to finally be a united nation after over 800 years of British rule. So there will be that. I'm also thinking about doing some sort of art stuff, maybe doing some introductory videos on how to do some 3D modeling with programs that you can freely download, such as Blender and TrueSpace. Maybe doing some lessons even in Photoshop. Maybe some animation. I don't know. There's a ton of stuff I want to do. I'm doing a lot of baseball right now because not only do I love it, and it's the off season and all that, and it's the only baseball I get here in Europe. Although MLB TV is on, you can get it here. It costs a fortune. So the only baseball I get is what I watch from you guys and what I stream here. But this channel, I really want it to be a hodgepodge of all kinds of stuff. There's going to be content later on. I'm an animal rights activist. So there's going to be some videos talking about that, talking about the factory farming industry and how it is as bad as Auschwitz-Birkenau. I did my master's degree in two areas, two theses actually. One in the history of rock and roll, obviously. So I'm going to be doing some Beatles content here, copyright safe Beatles stuff, and also I'm going to be doing some stuff on the Holocaust, and not only the Holocaust, but other ones such as the attempted genocide of the Armenians by the Turks, the killing fields in Cambodia, the purges of Stalin of people of my faith, of the Orthodox faith, millions of us killed there. So I definitely know about Orthodox or from Holocausts, not only from a perspective of objective, but also because of people of my own faith having perished um, under Stalin. So I want to end this on a happier note, though, talking about Holocausts and such like that. I'm really, really looking forward to exploring a lot of possibilities on the games in terms of also a project that I want to do. It's going to be called Arcadeology. It's a little bit of play on the word archaeology. And we're going to be streaming classic games. So for old timers out there, and for you, actually, for you young whippersnappers, there used to be these here machines called arcade machines and places called arcades. And you went in there and you put quarters in to play games. And the idea of these games was to kick your butt and make you pump more quarters. So we're going to talk about the history of arcade games as I read your comments and I get killed by all kinds of evil things and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to be doing that, and I'm really excited about that project. It's going to be insane. I'm probably going to have to be sort of somewhat inebriated to do that because, right, I'm going to be reading your comments, trying to play a game, talking about the game, and trying to stay alive. So we're going to start with some of the earlier ones like Galaxian and Galaga and move into crazy modern games that are just really sexy looking, like, you know, Into the Hunt and all these other crazy games that I can't remember right now. So Arcadeology, that's probably not going to happen for a little while, probably, you know, 5-6 weeks from now or something. So look for that. And it's not just going to be the arcade machines. We're going to do some nostalgia trips because, well, I never had a Super Nintendo. So we're going to do Super Nintendo. We're going to do Sega Genesis, Sega Saturn, Mega Drive, the mighty Amiga computer. We're going to be doing some stuff from that, not only games, but you're going to see a computer that up until in fact, is still used a lot by networks for doing all these crazy transitions and stuff like that, and all these really high-tech graphics from a computer from 1986. That's how powerful the Amiga was and is. So we're going to have a lot of fun, guys. If you have any other suggestions, right? My interests are science, history, astronomy, yeah. So Emily Addison, you can Google her and find out why she's one of my interests. So it's nobody I know. Just Google the name Emily Addison. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Plus more instructional videos and stuff like that. We are coming up on the half-hour mark, right? But I still have a minute and 48 seconds. So what am I going to talk about here? Yeah. So Luca over here. Luca is he's my partner in crime in gaming, and he's upset, and I can understand. He's got a mega powerful PC, right? It is. He could do cosmological modeling on this thing. However, he is wringing his hands, gnashing his teeth, and rending his clothing because Red Dead Redemption 2 is not coming to PC, it seems. And he's upset. And I've seen some gameplay video of it, and damn it, I'm upset too. So I'm with him. And in a year, he's going to be old enough to drink, and we're going to go out and we're going to get drunk, and we're going to cry in our dark, stout beers about why we can't play Red Dead Redemption on PC. So, yeah, there's that. So that's very important. He's off to the physiotherapist because a couple years ago, he's really, really into like, you know, the parkour free running thing. He's also a brilliant. You need to keep an eye out for this guy. He's a minor, so I can't say his name yet. He's still 17, so I can't say his name except Luca. So I can't break U.S. law by doing that. He is turning into a phenomenal high fantasy writer and some low fantasy. I prefer his high fantasy work. Also, very, very talented. He's finding a latent talent as well in art. He draws great maps. So if you read Lord of the Rings, you see those really cool maps in there. Well, Luca is doing stuff like that. So very proud of him there. So that's going on. He's was holding our evil kitten. We have 3 cats, 2 dogs here, which I'm gonna miss them, of course. My doggies, they're my kids. So, and in fact, one of them barked. Jackson, our big black dog, barked during one of my baseball games. So that was a treat in itself. Yeah. So now I'm 35 seconds over a half hour. This will be my shortest video ever. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed listening to the dulcet tones of my voice, whether it's American or if I'm talking like this from Ireland, of course. Then you get that sort of nice treacle sweetness to it, don't you? So that will be this. What the hell is Vlad doing? And Vlad, yeah, that's my name in other gaming communities. So you can kind of guess the kind of gaming community that is. People that keep weird hours and drink red fluids, right? But yeah, so there's Hannes Wagner. He's ready to hit me with the Louisville Slugger because I should leave now and do something else. I don't know what yet, but I'm going to do that. And thank you. Please leave likes. Yes, I'm going to put myself out as a person of the night. See, I'm being politically correct. Person of the night, right? Standing under that street light at night, walking up to cars saying, would you please leave a like and a comment? Yeah, but I'm not going to wear skirts because, like, dude, I have, like, really bad legs and everything. I've tried fishnets and everything. It just doesn't work. So I got to stay a manly man. So manly man hugs out to you. If a woman would stray by into my channel, a nice, friendly, brotherly hug to you because whatever. Last thing before I leave, I love British comedies. So Fawlty Towers and Monty Python and Flying Circus and Black Adder and all that kind of stuff, right? But that's all very sort of highbrow stuff, which I do prefer. But I'm watching one right now, man. I'm binge watching one called On the Buses. And it was done in the late 60s, early 70s. So, yeah, mini skirts, go-go boots, all that kind of stuff. But it's funny. It's so funny. So it's on YouTube. Check it out. It's called On the Buses. So I leave you with that little bit of video connoisseurship. And I'm not going to be... No, last thing. Damn it. Last thing, because I'm upset. And I got to take another drink of ginger ale because before I become apoplectic. Do you like that word? I like it. Apoplectic. That means really super pissed off. Right? Okay. So all kinds of crazy stuff going on over the world, right? We got Brexit going on. We got, all the political upheaval, division, and things like that going on in America. So when I get up in the morning, I light up a cigarette. I got to call it a cigarette. I can't call it what the Irish English call it because then YouTube will get really pissed off at me, which is a drag because you should be able to allow to use your own lingo in your language. Whatever, right? So I want to look at news sources, the actual news sources, right? CBS, CNN, NBC, whatever. I don't care, okay? Except Fox. I don't watch Fox. Except for Shep Smith. I like Shep Smith. He's cool, right? Yeah, I'm a liberal, guys. Deal with it. I'm still nice, right? But what is it with these tossers that, right, they re-upload stuff from CNN and CBS and whomever else, right? They don't get copyright strikes against them. They have 75,000 subscribers. Man, that's just wrong, right? So like, for my 1979 Pirates, I'm going to be managing them in my Out of the Park 19. Yes, I'm ranting. I wish I had a camera. You could see me on camera, but my webcam sucks. Okay, right? But it's wrong, man. So for my 1975 Pirates, I wanted to open the game letting them play, the We Are Family song because they're known as the We Are Family Pirates. If I try that, I'm gonna get nailed. I'm gonna get nailed. I'm gonna get a copyright strike. I did a video and I since delisted it. I think actually I might have even deleted it. Great game on Steam called Beat Hazard. It's music driven, right? Well, I posted it up, right? A crap ton, I'm telling you, of copyright notices. There were no strikes, right? I'm a noob. So I had to take that down. But here are these people, right? Putting up whole movies. And I'm not, okay, so those guys are ephemeral. They disappear. But these people putting up stuff from CNN every day, every day, every day, every day, pulling in subscribers, while those of us in the community, in the No Man's Sky community, the gaming community in general, in the sports gaming community, we're working hard on our channels, man. We're trying to do what it takes, right, to offer you content that we create. So that's my rant of the day. So if any tosser that does that stuff and you happen on my channel, you know what? You're scum and you're lazy. And I hope that you don't get monetized. So with that, people coming in, I've got to stop recording. God bless everybody. Keep looking up. End of rant and end of fun. All right. Catch you later. Bye.